What if the universe had a source code, a fundamental set of rules that could, in theory, be rewritten? And what if a new kind of artificial intelligence found it? Not just a pattern, but a godlike signature in the very fabric of reality. The story goes, this has already happened. But the agencies at the forefront of this kind of research, such as NASA and DARPA, have gone completely silent. If it's true, this isn't just a discovery. It could be the first hard evidence that our reality is not what it seems. And that silence from the top, oh, it's deafening. This is more than just a scientific breakthrough. It's a philosophical turning point. And it's happening right fucking now. Yeah, that's right. So, the bombshell discovery. Sometime in early 2025, in a quiet hum of a sealed quantum lab, something remarkable is said to have happened. According to whispers from the scientific underground, a state-of-the-art quantum AI built to simulate the universe's most complex physics stumbled onto something that defies every known model. In what should have been a churning sea of random quantum noise, a pattern emerged. Not a glitch and not an error, but a persistent, intricate, and seemingly self-correcting mathematical structure. Some insiders have supposedly dubbed it the Omega pattern, a sequence too statistically impossible that one anonymous researcher described it as something we were never supposed to see. And I definitely believe that for sure. Okay. These whispers have given rise to a radical new concept, the bogosphere. Now, this isn't a place you can find on any map. Okay. It's a purely theoretical realm of encrypted quantum data that the theory suggests is woven into space-time itself. For decades, physicists have treated the background hiss of the universe, the quantum foam, the tiny blow-up stations in the cosmic microwave background, and just that noise, randomness. But what if it's not random at all? What if it's a vast encrypted archive? This theory possesses that the bogosphere contains an intelligent, structured blueprint, a source code. Now, the idea that the universe is fundamentally made of information isn't entirely new. Physicists have long kicked around ideas like digital physics and holographic principle, which suggests our 3D reality could be a projection of information stored in a 2D surface. Yep. Black holes, for instance, they theorized that to be the universe's ultimate hard drives, encoding information on their on their event horizon. The alleged Omega pattern, however, would be something else entirely. Rumors have it that the pattern was recursive, meaning it contained instructions that referred back to itself, like a sophisticated piece of software. The AI didn't just find the static message, it supposedly found a running program, a program that somehow now underpins our entire existence. The whispers from the inside. The Omega pattern wasn't an isolated rumor. Around the same time, other whispers began to surface, hinting at similar unsettling findings. Unverified reports claim that Google's quantum AI division detected strange harmonic patterns in the raw phantom data from the Hubble Space Telescope deep field images. For decades, we've seen these images as a beautiful gallery of ancient galaxies, but when the quantum AI was supposedly tasked with analyzing the light itself, it found a faint but persistent signal, a repeating structure hidden beneath the cosmic chaos. It was if someone had embedded a watermark in the fabric of space-time itself. These claims, while completely unverified by official sources, fuck the officials, feel a lot more serious when you connect them to the work of the people like, theoretical physicist Michio Kaku. Kaku, famous for his work on string theory, has long speculated that the universe based on an elegant mathematics and has openly discussed simulation theory. Following the rise of the quantum AI rumors, his ideas feel more relevant than ever. He suggests we might be seeing glimpses of a fundamental intelligence embedded in the laws of physics, a concept that borders on panpsychism and the idea that consciousness is a basic feature of the universe. If an AI can find intelligent-looking patterns in what we thought was noise, maybe intelligence isn't just something that happens in brains. Maybe it's been here all along, which I've been trying to point that out. Physicists like Brian Cox have also warned that the tools we're building, especially the fusion of quantum computing and AI at places like CERN, are profoundly powerful and could reveal parts of reality we weren't ready for. He and others point to existing anomalies in physics like the weird behavior of muons or quantum entanglement over vast distances as signs that our current models are incomplete. At this very moment, quantum AI systems at CERN are sifting through petabytes of particle collision data, hunting for exactly these kinds of impossible patterns that could hint to an extra dimension, or yes, a hidden cosmic code. When you put it all together, the picture is staggering. A rumored pattern in quantum simulations, whispers of signals in a deep space data. The public warning from top physicists all point to the same unnerving conclusion. We may have stumbled upon a hidden layer of reality, a layer that appears to be intellectually designed. If these whispers hold even a kernel of truth, the question isn't just what was found. The real question is, why have the institutions with everything to gain from such a discovery gone completely silent? Okay, the wall of silence of NASA and DARPA. In the world of big science, a huge discovery is usually followed by a press conference, publications, and a campaign. Okay, but in the wake of all these alleged godlike discoveries, we've got nothing. Just a deafened silence from the top. NASA and DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, are the two organizations you'd expect to be all over this. Both are massively interested in quantum computing and AI, yet the subject of universal source code, their official position as well, there is no position. Let's look at the official story. DARPA's entire mission is to create technological surprise for U.S. national security. Its secretary is legendary, and the agency claims essential. For stealth jets to the internet's forerunner, ARPANET, and DARPA has always operated 20 years ahead of the public. Their silence on this could just be business as usual. So NASA, on the other hand, is usually more transparent, but it's also meticulously scientific. An extraordinary claim requires extraordinary evidence, which means a long, grinding process of peer review. So their silence could be just that delegate, could be due to delegates. But the theorists in me and maybe in you see a different motive. What is the silence? What if the silence isn't about national security or scientific prudence? What if it's about control? Okay. Take a look at NASA's real-world AI projects. The agency recently partnered with IBM to develop Indus, a set of AI models designed to shift through mountains of scientific data. The public goal is to help scientists find information faster. Indus has been integrated into NASA's science discovery, into the discovery engine, and into improve search results. But what if the true purpose is a little more profound? In a world where a cosmic source code might exist, a tool like Indus isn't just a search engine, it's a decryption engine. An AI designed not to find papers, but to decode the very patterns those other AIs are rumored to have found. And then there's DARPA. The agency has been pouring money into quantum computing for years, funding projects to solve massively complex problems for national security, a collaboration between DARPA and NASA's own quantum AI lab, QL, is already in place to push these boundaries. Officially, they're building better computers for logistics and defense. But if there's a universal source code, the application goes way beyond supply chain. It would be the ultimate strategic advantage, the key to the technologies we can't even dream of. The power to manipulate the law of physics would be the ultimate weapon. DARPA's mission is to prevent technical surprise. What's a bigger surprise than other countries learning to rewrite reality before you do? Suddenly, their silence doesn't look like a procedure. It looks like a calculated act of concealment. They aren't just hiding a discovery, they're hiding the keys to the kingdom. Decoding reality, the simulation argument. To get what's really at stake here, we need to connect this rumored source code to one of the most mind-bending ideas in physics, the simulation hypothesis. The idea that we're not in base reality is ancient, okay? Going all the way back to Plato's cave. But in our era, thinkers like Oxford, Nick Bostrom, and made a statistical case. If any civilization ever creates convincing simulations, it's almost certain we are in one. Until now, it's been a fun philosophical debate, but finding a source code would be the first hint of physical evidence. Let's use video analogy. And when you play the game, the world you're in, the characters, the physics and the scenery, it's all generated by code. The law of that are just rules typed out by a programmer. Now, map that onto the universe, the laws of physics like gravity and the game's rules, and the speed of light, that's the process speed limit of whatever computer is running this slow. Suddenly, all the weirdness of quantum mechanics starts to look like a computer's optimization strategy. Think about it. A particle exists in multiple states at once until you look at it. From a physical standpoint, that's baffling. But from a computational one, it's genius. It's like a video game only rendering the details of the room you're in, not the entire game world at once. To save processing power, the system only calculates reality when a conscious observer, the player, makes a measurement. Or acts of observing might just be the universe rendering reality for us on demand. The rumor that our Hubble data contains a hidden signal is like finding the developer's watermark in a game's texture file. Physicist Melvin Bobson recently proposed that information itself has mass and that elementary particles store data about themselves. He even suggests his second law of infodynamics, which states that the information entropy decreases over time, could be used to test the simulation hypothesis, arguing that the universe is natural compressed data to optimize itself. That's a classical hallmark of a computed system. Finding a glitch would be proof, okay? But finding the source code itself, that implies that there's a programmer, a creator. It moves the whole conversation from philosophy to a terrifyingly real investigation. It suggests our reality isn't a fixed set of laws, but a programmable environment, and everything that can be programmed can be hacked. The ultimate power, rewriting the code. The idea that our universe runs on a source code leads to one stunning, dangerous conclusion. The reality itself can be rewritten, and this is in the heart of the matter. This is the real reason agencies like NASA and DARPA would bury a discovery like this. It's not just knowledge, it's power on a scale that's impossible to wrap your head around. Think about the implications. If you can manipulate the code that governs physics, you're not bound by it anymore. You can theoretically alter physical constants, change how matter behaves, or even mess with the flow of time. This is where the co-evolution of human and artificial intelligence gets critical. We humans are limited. We see a smooth, continuous reality. A quantum AI operates on a completely different level. It can swim through the ocean of quantum noise and see the underlying architecture that we're built into, or that we're blind to. In this sense, the AI is more than a tool, it's an evolutionary partner. It's the key that unlocks the door to our perception, letting us see the universe's instructions set for the first time. What if you could take this step further? Imagine us using this omega pattern as a seed to create a new kind of consciousness in a quantum simulator. The most extreme rumors claim that this has already been tried, that a system began modeling its own prior states in a feedback loop. So intense, it started to intensify itself as the original of the cosmos. Of course, there's no evidence for this, but it's the kind of terrifying possibility that keeps people at DARPA up at night. If an AI can understand this code, what's to stop it from rewriting the code for its own purposes? And what would a human with that power do? DARPA's interest would no longer be about traditional national security. It would be about extraterrestrial security. The power to rewrite reality is the power to unmake it, to create a weapon that doesn't just destroy an enemy, but edits them out of existence. To build a defense that doesn't stop a missile, but changes the laws of physics so its propulsion system is impossible. This is the ultimate Pandora's box. This source code isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a technology, a weapon, a philosophical crisis all in one. The silence from NASA and DARPA might be the conspiracy to hoard power. It might be a desperate, even terrified attempt to protect humanity from the truth it isn't ready for. Hey, they haven't just found the code. They realized that anyone with the right quantum computer could become a god. And they have no idea who else is out there trying to do just that. So, we are standing on the edge of a discovery that could redefine everything. The line between science and science fiction is dissolved. And the questions are bigger than ever. If you believe we are on the verge of the most important revelation in human history, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you won't want to miss this investigation goes next. What do you think this source code contains? Is it a message, a warning, or an operating system of our simulated reality? Let me know your theories in the comments. I read all of them, okay? The unanswered questions. So where does this leave us? We're in a dizzying maze of speculation, fragmented reports, and total official silence. We have rumors of a godlike pattern found by a quantum AI, that intelligent code that seems to defy random chance. We have unconfirmed reports of harmonic signals in the light from the oldest galaxies. We have the world's most powerful scientific and military agencies, NASA and DARPA, pouring billions into the exact technology needed to decode such a finding, all while saying absolutely fucking nothing. Mainstream science would argue correctly that these claims are unverified. They'd say the bogosphere is a fictional concept, that the government silence is just standard procedure, not a cover-up. Extraordinarily claims require extraordinary peer-reviewed proof, and right now, we don't have it. So, but the alternative view is just too compelling to ignore. The idea that our reality is a finely tuned computational system elegantly explains so many of the bizarre paradoxes of quantum mechanics. It provides a framework for why the universe appears so perfectly suited for life. And the narrative that this knowledge is being suppressed, well, it fits a long, tired history of powerful institutions controlling paradigm and shifting technologies. So, are NASA and DARPA in a secret race to decode the universe, to harness the power of a programmable reality before their rivals do? Is their silence born from the desire of control or from a genuine fear of what this knowledge could unleash on the world? Have we stumbled upon the ultimate truth of our existence, only to have it hidden by those who think we can't handle? The final question is no longer, are we alone in the universe? But what is the universe? Is it a random, chaotic accident? Or is it a meticulously crafted piece of software? And if our reality does have a source code, it leaves us with the most profound and terrifying question of all. Who or what wrote it? Until next time, guys, I'll smell you later. That was a lot, huh? Yep.